Alright, here we are. It's lunchtime. We got 5:30. I got my spot. See what we can do here. Alright, so before things really get into action here, I wanted to step in as the sound quality was not the greatest once again for day two, but you will notice on the handful of fish here, probably the first 3 or 4, I was targeting more of the banks as the waves were crashing in there and the bait fish were kind of being pushed in there. So I knew that my luck would probably be pretty good through the day if I targeted that. First one. 13. Twelve and a half. Get him back in. I don't know. What's that? Twelve and a half. 12 and a half. Thirteen and a half. 13 and a half.
sure his mouth is shut. Yep. 13 1/4. 13 1/4. 13 1/4. Now I got my 5. It's time to get these going here. Hey, how's it going, man? All right, did it work at all for you yesterday? Huh? Oh no. Did you get it though? You got something? You did catch? Oh man. Got my limit. Got myself another one here. Nice little pole.
All right, well, I wanted to break in here to show you this fish here, that there was a reduction of 1/2 inch from 14 1/4 to 13 3/4 due to the open mouth. Always check your fish before you put them back in the water.
He's digging. I'm not gonna try and net anymore. Slow down. 14. 14. Culls a little bit, not a bunch. Why am I having the worst luck in this area?
So as you can see here, I decided to go hit an area that I hit the day before that I had some luck with and see if I can pull out some fish here. And as you will see, this is what took place.
With 10 minutes left, I wanted one to get past just the 70 inches. 10 minutes left. I still got a little bit more, and I'm gonna try that one area over here and see if I can get more. Let's do this. Thank you, buddy. 10 minutes left. You've helped me.
All right, well, this concluded my day. I thank everyone for coming along, but one thing I will note is with about a minute left in the tournament, I did hook into one kind of in that same area, but basically everything kind of went out the window. I did not take things into consideration when you have under a minute or so left, and once it got to the boat, it basically popped off and lost it. It was probably about 17 inches, but it still was a very nice and productive day. So what I will do is finish up here with how things went overall with the day, and also the standings. So stay tuned.
All right, here we are back at the homestead. I'm kind of give you the lowdown on what I basically used for this day's tournament. It definitely changed from the day before. I did throw the drop shot a little bit here and there, but for the most part, I went to the Texas rig, and I switched that up after some discussions the night before with another gentleman and a few others I was camping with, and they mentioned something about the Texas rig works really good. So I says, hey, let's give that a shot. So this is basically my setup that I used. You got here right now, the rod is a Lew's Tournament Performance speed stick, 6 foot 8 inch. Got a lot of give, a little bit of give up at the top here, medium light, fast action. So for this day, I definitely felt like this was the way to go. And as you saw, this is kind of what kept me going throughout the day, basically with this kind of setup. The reel itself too is another Lew's Mock Crush. It's a 7:5 to 1 ratio. Worked out really well. I think with the combination that I had set up, I kind of rotate things around a little bit sometimes between the rods and the reels themselves, but this is the one that kind of really took off for me on that day. And then when you go to the line itself, I got some Seagar, and it's basically the 12-pound Seagar. I got no leader. I was kind of just sticking with this throughout the day. This is really one of the first times I think I put the Seagar on. I do like it. It will be changing for the 2025 season. I now have a new sponsor that's going to be helping me with some of the lines that I have, and I'll be rotating that out. But I think for the tournament itself, got a little bit of give to it, but enough strength to really pull in those fish. And like I say, this was 12-pound Seagar, 100-pound fluorocarbon, and it's the red version. Like that a lot. Now, when it came to the exact setup, what I use, and I'll show you here real quickly too. Introduced that this weekend from another gentleman, Chris Klein. Thanks, Chris. This is the Z-Man Fatty Z. Wow, this is what I like about it, and I'll show you it real quickly here too, along with the setup. As you can see here, it looks like a worm, but you've got back here, and it's got a little bit of a cavity in there. So when you put this thing Texas rig, this thing kind of was moving around, and let me tell you, this was a great lure to have on that day, that's for sure. It really worked well. Again, this here is the Z-Man Fatty Z 5-inch. It only comes in the 5-inch. Green pumpkin, and absolutely love it. There are other colors too, but this is one that I do like. Again, you got some, you've got the little capacity here too for the hook, depending on how you want to hook it, and I'll show you. And then you've got right here too. Can't quite see it, but there's a cavity in there, which gives it a little buoyancy, which is great when you're doing a Texas rig. And this is kind of how I set it up here, basically. As you can see, hopefully you can, you've got basically that bait. I've also got the slip weight, which is a 3/16 ounce VMC worm slip weight. And then I've also got the bobber stopper. This changed a little bit throughout the day for me here. The bobber stopper itself, depending on where it's throwing, I'd fluctuate it, bring it down. It never was completely there, because I went a little bit, as it was going, because if I gave this thing, it would give a nice little flicker on the way down, or float, which worked out perfect for that day. As for the hook, you got right here, which is the 3/0 EWG Gamakatsu offset red hook. So this was basically my winning combination for the day. When I was out on the waters here, stuck with this majority of the day, so I really, really enjoyed that. And again, that was my mainstay for the most part. Now again, I did throw the drop shot a little bit. Drop shot is a drop shot for the most part. Won't give you the details, because that one right there was the one that really did it for me. Now, as for the day or the weekend, great weekend, enjoyable. Weather was perfect. You couldn't ask for anything better. These tournaments that the New Mexico Bass Nation put on are like top of the line, really, really good. The waters too, where you fish. This was all at Conchas. They've got a couple others too, Ute Lake, and I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I will say that when it came to the end of the day, I was really pleased on my overall outcome. As you did see, there were some situations where I know and learned again that anytime I take a picture of a fish, I got to make sure that I've got everything working right. You got to make sure every time you take pictures of your fish that you double and triple check them, because you want to make sure that you're not going to be dinged. I was dinged, as you saw, 1/2 inch on the one, and then there was a few of them. I didn't give you all the details, but there's a couple times that I did miss the fish that I was hooking into, and one you did not see at the very end. Again, I was not playing smart. With less than a minute, things are going through your head. I got to get this thing in, and I got to put it on the board. Missed it. It was probably at least a 17-inch. Again, as I said here, it probably would have bumped me up maybe about 3 to 4 spots. Not a bunch, but that is where my day went. Really proud of it. I will show you here at the very end exactly where I did finish. But as I always say to everyone, thank you. Thank you for being a part of this YouTube channel, and continually to follow me. But if you are new to this, please like, subscribe, smash that notification bell for new ones that will be coming. I get more coming for the 2024 year, and then 2025 is right around the corner. So again, everyone, thank you for coming along for this one. And as I always say, fish on, game on. Be safe on those waters. Until next time.
been a good day, soaking in the sun's rays. But now it's time to bring in the line and head back to shore. Say goodbye to the waves, you'll always have the memories. The fight was a thrill, though it was just a bluegill. Got tomorrow to catch some more.